Oh my God. You're kidding. Ugh. What's up guys, JD here. And didn't really have a whole lot to do today in regards to working on something or photography, but I do have to run out and pick up some parts that I ordered for Smokey and all that, so I figured what better excuse do I have than to, or what better excuse for a phone vlog than to go out and run around. Now it's probably loud in my car because the AC is blowing its butt off right now, so I hope you guys can hear this, and I tell you what, that should make it at least a little bit better. As you guys saw in my little intro there, it's stupid hot, like stupid hot. Whether it's actually 112, it's not 112, but that's just what my car thought, and I thought it was kind of funny, you know. Let's make fun of how hot it is. Yeah. But anyway, so I'm heading to Fastenal to pick up the last couple bolts I had to special order for my Cobra intake. Turns out it's a bit of a nightmare, supposedly, to find the bolts to get your upper intake bolted onto your lower intake on a Cobra or a GT40 intake, particularly the Cobra intakes. Everybody says you got to go buy a spacer, or you need to use all thread or all that. Let me be real with you. I went to Fastenal with the measurements, and I think there's 3 different measurements on a Cobra intake: 6.8, or I call it 6 3/4 because 6.75 is 3/4. So 6.8, 6 inches is like 6.01 or 6.05 or something like that, but it's roughly 6 inches. And then 1 3/4, they're 5/16 with -18 thread. It took 5 minutes to walk into Fastenal, say I need bolts of this size, can you order them? Yes, we can order them. And some of them got here overnight, and the rest of them got here the following day. So for under 20 bucks, I think my total is like 18 and change, because I bought nice washers. These are zinc plated, or zinc coated, the yellow zinc coated grade 8 hardware. So yeah, not that big of a deal. So note to you guys in the future, if you buy a Cobra intake and you're missing the hardware to put the upper intake down on the lower, just take your butt to Fastenal and order the correct hardware. I'll put the measurements in the description below. Outside of that, I've got to run and pick up the head bolts. I ordered a set of ARP head bolts because go fast for Smokey, so I'll go pick those up at O'Reilly's. I could have got them on Amazon or something like that. But the guys at O'Reilly's take good care of me. They were willing to price match where everybody else is cheaper. So I figured, hell, why not? I went ahead and got them in my head gaskets and all that stuff at O'Reilly's, and I just needed to wait for these to come in. So I'll pick that up, and then I'm going to be heading to work for a little bit. Those of you who don't know, I work as a worship leader for a church. I play guitar and sing and all that kind of stuff. And then do social media work and little things like that. I'm kind of a do-it-all, master of none there. Outside of that, yeah, no, that's what I'm doing today. So I'm gonna run. I just got to Fastenal. I'm gonna run in here and grab the stuff. I'll see you guys in a moment. One day, my precious. One day. Yeah, so that tool, that 3/8 inch drive, battery powered ratchet, I want one so bad. Oh my God. I cannot express how badly I want one of those things. And I'm sorry, I can't see a screen, so I don't get to cheat and do like I do on my big camera and see how the shot's framed. So hopefully this is good. If not, I'm sorry. But anyway, yeah, no, I think that's part of like the YouTuber mechanic package, is to have that tool. You know, I see Motion Auto TV with one, and I see Sloppy Mechanics with one, and a number of other people, and I just, oh, you know, that would make my life so much easier. Seeing as I do everything by hand in my driveway right now, that would just speed up the process. So yeah, I will continue to dream about that thing until I can justify the money to pick it up. now that I've finished it fast and all, I'm on my way to O'Reilly's. Now, I spend entirely too much time and money in this place. I probably should spend a little bit of time on Amazon and shop my parts and all that kind of stuff, but I don't know. There's something that feels good about going somewhere and talking to somebody and running your ideas by somebody, and that's probably why I do the YouTube thing, is that, you know, it's without a doubt the quickest place that someone will tell you you're stupid if you have a bad idea. So anyway, now I enjoy the traditional parts counter experience. I actually worked at a couple of different parts companies for a long time. I was eventually a general manager for an Advance. I had my own store, a couple of them actually. They moved me around a little bit, but and then I worked for an old Napa. And when I say old Napa, I'm talking about you still smoked inside, still had ashtrays in the counter, that kind of old Napa. And it was in Newberry, South Carolina. Miss that job. Well, I miss the environment. Don't miss the money. Don't miss really anything else about it. But I miss the environment, the people I worked with, and the customers. It was just kind of fun working an old school parts counter. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna shut up and drive so I don't die. Yeah, boy. Picking up toys. Alright, so I'm sitting here in the parking lot and about to head on to the next place I've got to go, which is to the church. And I started thinking about the fact that I don't believe I've actually talked about the breadth of which, how much is actually being done to Smokey. So I'm going to list that out real quick. And it's probably going to make me sick when I think about how much money I've spent and how many things are actually changing on the car and how much work is lying ahead for me once I finish gathering the parts. So, just to recap what actually happened to Smokey. Smokey had an intake bolt broken off in the head and stuffed with JB weld. I mean, it was awful, nasty mess of what the previous owner did to this car. So, instead of pulling the intake and head and taking them to a machine shop and getting it cleaned up and all that, which was definitely an option, don't let me lie to you, I could have done that and put the stock stuff back on the car. I may have even been able to fix the car as it sat. I don't know. The head's pretty nasty. I probably would have had to take that off. So I'd have still had to pull the heads anyway. But instead of fixing the stock stuff, I decided to take the opportunity to modify the car. So let me list off what and all is getting replaced. It's getting a Cobra upper and lower intake. Was Cobra upper, GT40 lower. I just picked up the bolts for that. I needed hardware. Took them to the machine shop, got them bead blasted and cleaned up. I've spent money on that thing. I picked up a set of Cobra heads. By Cobra, I mean GT43 bar F3ZE, so actual genuine Cobra heads for the car that have new valves, troop flow springs and all that. So there's that. The shorty headers I restored in some video, in a couple of videos, a 2-part series the other day. I'm gonna ditch the entire jerry-rigged exhaust, so it's getting an X pipe. I traded. I did work and got a set of Spintech 3-inch mufflers that I'm gonna do Spintech dumps on the car, so it's gonna sound like, as I said in the video, race car. What else am I doing? New thermostat, all new gaskets. I mean, it doesn't. Now that I say it out loud, it doesn't sound like much, but it's intake, heads, headers, X pipe, and cat back. Although it's that one doesn't have cats, and 2, it's not tailpipes, it's just the mufflers. That's a lot to do at once because the car still has the stock heads on. I've pulled the intake off. That's how I discovered the problem. But the engine's sitting as a long block in the car. All the accessories are off of it. So I've got a lot to do. But fortunately, I like wrenching. I like wrenching a lot. And I'll probably, I know I'm going to film it. And I'll probably film it in sections to keep from piling on like a 3-hour video on you guys. I'll do semi-tutorial, semi-humor, semi-what the hell videos for the YouTube channel on that, so you guys can see the process. Oh, forgot, I'm installing a modular steering shaft, so I've got to drop the rack and pinion out of the car because the old headers wrap around the steering shaft, and like my normal nature, I spent money on a Maximum Motorsport steering shaft just because I didn't like how much play was in the other one. So I'll be doing that too, and then I'll have to get the car aligned because of how much I'm changing everything underneath the car in regards to the steering stuff. The steering wheel's currently upside down, and I've got a saggy spring, so the car was aligned enough to be drivable, but I'll have to realign it to straighten up the steering wheel, and I'd like to adjust how much slack I've got in my tie rod ends in regards to how far it's threaded up in each one of those. I'd like to get them evened out, so it'll get another alignment too. So yeah, that's a lot of work, a lot of parts, a lot of money. Well, it's a lot of money thinking about the actual dollar figure, but when you compare to what other people, or, you know, what the general cost would be to put a set of heads, intake, and all that stuff on a car, I'm under $1,000. I'm at like $600 or $700 right now, maybe a little more. I haven't bought the X pipe yet, and I need to get a set of flow tubes. I'll have to pay somebody or take it to a buddy's house to weld up the flow tubes to the mufflers and weld dump tips on the mufflers, and then I'll have to pay for an alignment. So I'll probably break $1,000, maybe $1,100 or something like that once everything's said and done, because I think I'm gonna go ahead and just order a new X pipe, which that's sorry, I'm having to fight how I'm holding the phone. Please tell me I didn't zoom crazy. No, I didn't. Okay, I thought I pressed a button while recording. I'm probably gonna order a new X pipe. That new X pipe will be $200 from like Late Model Restoration. I do a lot of business with those guys. And I'll probably end up spending, I got $80 to pick up the last parts of my intake from the machine shop. I want to get the stuff powder coated. That's probably going to be another $150, $200 or 100 or something. It just depends on how big a bag of parts I take over to the powder coater and have him do. So, yeah, pouring money in it. Cue money on Smokey clip. Yeah, that's more true than I care to admit, and I'm probably overusing that clip, but I laugh every time I see it, so I hope you guys do too. Yeah, so anyway, I'm about to pull up at work for a little bit, the church, so I will see you guys in a moment. Alright guys, so I'm back home now. I've got my, let me turn this so you guys can see. Got my head bolts and the last two bolts to go with the other stuff for the car. So I'll go ahead and start to wrap it up as per requested by my wife, who happens to be in Wisconsin right now. I'm gonna get her some footage of the dogs because she has missed her puppies. So check this out. This is Miss Daisy and her Frisbee. And that's Roman talking about it. So I'm gonna turn this around where I can film appropriately. Hey Daisy May, you wanna catch it on film for me? Ready? Go get it. There it is. Alright guys. Yeah, that's a barking German Shepherd, but anyway. Hopefully you can hear me over that. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm still new to this vlogging thing, so it may be awkward, it may be cringy at times, but I'm trying out some new stuff for the channel. Y'all hush, shh, hush, shh. I'm trying out new things to kind of grow my content and provide, you know, more frequent. Oh my gosh, this is why the jokes happen on the videos. Come on, let's go in the house. Anyway, Frisbee, don't go in here. Go. Trying out new things to provide you guys with content and more frequent uploads, so more stuff for you to check out and more time for us to hang out. So if you like it, let me know. Like the video, comment on it, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Peace.